Back here at Atlanta, pit stops have just started with 73 laps to go. We can tell you Juan Pablo Montoya was the first to blink. Let's send it to Dr. Jerry Punch.
Jimmy Johnson will have to make one more pit stop. Jimmy said the car is loose on entry, but turns really well in the middle of the corner. Chassis adjustment, another air pressure adjustment. A little more time on the left front and left rear. Let's go down the mic.
And Jeff Burton saying he's tight and needs more rear grip. They're going to make a air pressure adjustment, a 4-tire change, and Sunoco race fuel for the 31. Meanwhile, the 88 now on pit road as well. Junior, who we heard earlier complaining about the car being loose, well, they've tightened it up. Still not perfect, though. They'll try to loosen it just slightly, Dave.
Second place Stewart rated about 20 laps ago that the balance was still pretty nice, so it doesn't look like a lot of changes on this stop. Tony said virtually nothing else on the radio the entire run. It's a smooth stop for the 14 bunch.
Casey Kane also in as he completes his stop. So with 72 laps to go, another round of green flag stops, and oh, the pressure, and oh no, caution on the racetrack right now.
So we get that fixed.
And Kevin Harvick has shredded the left front.
Now, left front fender.
Carl can continue his work because they were already in the box. Carl Edwards
like
comes out.
Most of the leaders had pitted right there. Looks like Harvick was going to be one of the last ones.
A tough break for our championship points leader. He's already clinched his spot, but Harvick was looking for another 10 bonus points for a win.
He ran it just one lap too long.
And they're sending him all the way around. He is going back out onto the racetrack on the inner liner.
Actually wonder if he had any brakes right there. If they just...
Yeah, I'm wondering why he did not stop.
Yeah, I don't get that.
Okay, guys, we're going to need the fender, the patches, the splitter looks fine. It's going to get all the way into the nose. Going to need the headlight, too.
All right, let's go back and see if we can see what happened here, the 29.
Yeah, you'll see right here. I think what happened was he tried to get down on pit road. Locks up that left front tire. Right here, the track is so slick. Can't make the commitment come, but he probably just flat spotted that left front until it blew out.
We're coming quick here outside.
Hadn't blown out yet, but it just damaged it so much.
Right there.
Let's just keep an eye on it. There it goes.
Man, that's too bad.
Got coming outside here, outside.
Tough break for Harvick. Had a great car tonight.
We got something. We got flat tire. Front blew out.
So now he finally does make it back in, and they go to work. They're going to have to...
Okay, let's go. Get caught up. Let's get caught up. Go. Get caught up.
Now, they sent him back out, obviously, because they didn't want him to lose the lap, so he'll go back around. The word on the 24 is since pit road was closed, he came in and had to continue through, so he'll have to come back around. And there is Jeff. He's shown right now in 11th position. While we got a moment, why don't we go over the wall with Brian Chase.
Whoops. Uh-oh. Had a little mishap with the fuel can.
Everything was good right up until the very end. Now the question is, did they get enough fuel in?
Yeah, I'm sure they got enough fuel in, but they just had looked like the little mishap with the fuel valve.
Probably enough fuel for the tires that he has. So.
Well, they certainly got the mess cleaned up very quickly down there on pit road, as you can see. And we'll take an opportunity here to squeeze in a break, and Carl Edwards will be our race leader.
Harvick led the championship coming in, but it's been a tough night for his team. First at lap 150.
Yeah, right rear tire. Looks like the impact wrench must have hit it and broke the valve stem off right there. The guys taking a look at it, and that really got him in trouble right there.
Next pit stop, lap 203. Watch the right front.
Right front tire changer has a lug. It looks like it falls off. Watch him. He hits the jack. 1, 2, 3, 4, and all of a sudden there's one more left. Puts it back on with his hand, goes around. That slowed him up immensely.
Then at lap 255, as the driver was trying to slow to get to pit road for a green flag stop, couldn't get wound up in time, had to go back onto the track, missed the commitment cone, but he dragged that left front tire enough to wear a hole through it. It began shedding parts and pieces all the way around the racetrack, and you see Kevin Harvick's team is attempting to patch that 29 car up, but because of the way he came down pit road, as the yellow was being displayed for him, basically went back through and back on the track before the pace car had gathered up the field. He's gotten himself ahead of the field by a lap. So that's why the extended caution is out. NASCAR basically has to take a lap back from Kevin Harvick to sync people back up with the field. So that's what's going on here as we work with 67 laps to go under the caution flag. Big football game coming up on Monday night. 2 top 10 teams. It's Boise State, led by Kellen Moore, taking on Virginia Tech, led by Ryan Williams. In D.C., in the All-State Capitol, kickoff in the Capitol, not Capitol in the kickoff.
There you go.
Presented by Dick's Sporting Goods Kickoff Week on ESPN Monday at 8 Eastern. College football available on TV, online, and on your phone. ESPN.com has more information. We're coming back.
Back here at Atlanta, and boy, not too soon for Jeff Gordon. He was running on fumes. He comes in, as does Ryan Newman and a couple other cars, including Mark Martin and Kurt Busch. Dave?
Of course, he thought his worst problem was that really, really loose race car, but now track bar and air will be adjusted and wedged for him. And fuel, he's still got it fired at this point, guys, so that's the best sign of all. Won't have any issues there, and Jeff's off pit road, Jamie.
And Kurt Busch, his problems continue. He started off so tight early on. Now he's just struggling with how loose this race car is. They have made every adjustment that is legal in NASCAR. 4 tires and fuel for Kurt Busch.
See, Mark Martin, their crew has completed work as well. Kevin Harvick back in for more work. They've gotten the timing issue sorted out, and they are now trying to repair that left front fender. And Carl Edwards will be your race leader. And Carl has led more laps today than he has in the last 46 races combined.
NASCAR Sprint Cup Series at Atlanta is presented by Pennzoil. Feel the clean. And in part by AT&T. Find out what's possible with the nation's fastest mobile broadband network. AT&T. Rethink possible. And Coca-Cola. Open a Coke and enjoy the race.
And back here, let's go to Goodyear.com to show our thanks and help support the troops. Goodyear, the official tire of NASCAR, as we look down from high above. A couple of cars came in to top off, including 2 that are on the lead lap, Jeff Gordon and Kevin Harvick, trying to stretch it here with 63 to go right now. And as the lights go out, let's also point out that it will be Carl Edwards on the inside alongside of Tony Stewart, Kyle Busch in 3rd, Juan Pablo Montoya, Martin Truex in 5th, and Greg Biffle. And let's give a tip of the hat to that crew. They rebuilt basically from the wheel well forward.
It looks beautiful, too. They've done a great job fixing.
And he has picked up 12 points by getting back out on the track. So big, big, big for Greg Biffle and his team. Pace cars pulling off. As we said, it'll be 62 laps to go when they come by. Now watch Kyle Busch in 3rd place. See what kind of restart he gets this time. Carl brings him down, and we're back to green flag racing. Oh, Tony opens the door. Montoya's going to blow by. Here comes Kane as well. Some smoke coming from one of the cars further back in the pack.
Yes, right. Matt Kenseth looks like has a little smoke coming out of his.
Can't see it from there. Maybe something, just a little bit of a rub that's now dissipated. But boy, Carl Edwards gets a great restart. Here comes Kyle flying back around Martin Truex to take 2nd. Tony running in 4th.
Tony finally gets going, but took him a full lap almost to get up to speed. Yeah, we've seen him have some trouble on these restarts. Martin Truex doing a great job hanging tough there on the inside for that 2nd spot.
Casey Kane side by side. Look, contact with the 56 and the 18.
Yeah, they'll be lucky if there's not a flat tire from one of those guys right there.
We'll keep an eye on that. And caution, the 82 of Scott Speed.
Oh, come on down. Come on, bring it to the pit. Bring it to the pit. Blew up.
Hey, I say it.
Ease her up, ease her up, ease her up, ease her up.
So, wow, now it's on fire.
Yeah, stop right there. Just stop.
He was running 16th, and quickly the safety crew on site.
Get out of there. Get out of there.
So we've seen a number of engine issues tonight on this track.
It's a tough racetrack on engines. Maintain a lot of RPM. You know, so it's a lot of turns in this track, but it does maintain a very high RPM all the way around the track.
And the fire's still going on the oil underneath, and there they get some
put the fire out.
So this is going to take a little bit of time to clean up because this is literally, about 250 yards down from pit in. And there it goes. Boy, Regan Smith does a nice job. Doesn't get into the back of him.
Got to be a ton of oil coming out of that car out the bottom.
And then here is the fireworks display that you don't want to see. And he did the right thing. You heard the crew say, just stop and get out.
Yeah, because that air is fueling that flame, and once they get it stopped, then it kind of stops. You see, did a good job, too, of not getting up in the cockpit of the car. See how well it's sealed up with the firewalls and floorboard.
Also, at the same time, we've been told that Paul Menard has pulled off, and there he is, and so it looks like their night is over. Now, we don't know for sure if this was an engine issue, but they were down on power.
Yeah, more than likely it finally let go.
Sounded like he was running on 7 cylinders. He had a great run going early in this race. And
it's Ryan Pemberton, the crew chief, and Scott just trying to figure out what happened.
All right. Pit road's going to be closed for a while, so why don't we take this opportunity to step aside and stay with us, because things are getting more interesting because we're getting closer to a fuel window where guys may be able to stretch it to the end. Under our 6th caution here tonight at Atlanta Motor Speedway, race number 25 on the NASCAR Sprint Cup Series. And we'll show you exactly why, as we've got 57 laps to go, but we're under a lengthy caution. More on that issue in a moment. But here's the reason for the caution as the engine on the 82 of Scott Speed erupts.
Yeah, definitely something important broke inside that engine and tore up a lot of stuff down there, Doc.
Yeah, you had no idea it was on fire just watching our replay here. First of all, you okay?
Yeah, we're fine. I mean, yeah, it was pretty funny. I was coming in, and all of a sudden, Ryan got really panicky, and I was like, all right, I guess I'll stop now and get out. And then I came in and saw the replay. I was like, oh, I guess we're on fire.
Any warning at all with the engine?
No, I mean, just right before I went, nothing special. It was engine expiring. Happens all the time.
Tough night for Scott Speed. Having a good run. Just moved up into a 16th position, guys.
Well, but there were 0 DNFs due to engine problems in 3 of the last 4 races here at Atlanta. But, boy, we have had a slew of them tonight. Now, let's go back to the last restart, because we all made the observation, and you could see it at home as well, about Tony Stewart.
Yeah, I mean, he's up here on the outside. He just does not get going. I mean, it's almost like it took him a full lap to get up to full speed.
Yeah, we've seen him a number of times, even when he was the leader of the race, restarting the race himself, get past and lose 3 or 4 spots.
Well, let's listen to his radio and see what he had to say about it.
Guys, I'm sorry. I'm doing everything I can in this situation. I really am. I promise. I cannot keep from spinning the wheels. Just gonna have to do our deal here. I'll get them back. Trust me. I've tried absolutely everything I can here, and I got one more thing in my bag here. I'll try to stick to our deal here.
All right, we're with Darian Grubb now, crew chief for Tony Stewart. Do you know what restart trick he has in his bag?
He's got a lot of tricks up his sleeve, so we're just going to see what he does. We've struggled pretty bad on restarts tonight, but by the time he gets out of turn 2, we're able to mow those guys back down and pass them. So just hope we can kind of stick with that.
Heard you talking about being within a fuel window. Do you want to add fuel here, or you want to stop later and with tires?
You'll probably see when everybody else does.
All right, they've all been talking about up and down pit road. One thing they do know is they've got to get that restart thing figured out, guys.